Hi, this is Dan Martin with Swing the Pro. Today I want to talk about fixing one of the most common problems in golf, over the top. So as most of you know, especially if you're newer to the game, you've learned or you've probably developed a little bit of a habit to kind of move the golf club over and try to direct it, and then it gets outside the target line and then you have to cut back across it. And it creates usually a very weak cut or block or a slice. What most people don't know about over the top though is that it's not so much a body problem or using your shoulders, but it actually emanates in the hands. You see, a golf club is meant to be swung through its center of mass, but if you try to swing it and try to move the club head, you can create all sorts of problems. One of the more common ones as we try to hit the ball is to try to move the club head in a pattern where it's going to run into the ball instead of learning how to swing it, okay? So to eradicate that over the top problem, when we learn how to swing our Pro, we eliminate the rigidity in the shaft. So it's very difficult to move it in that same direction. It tends to naturally stay behind us, and we have to learn how to work with the rhythm of a swing. And so as you learn to align the components of the Pro in your swinging motion, it doesn't go over. It's much more common to see it come around and swing on a really nice plane. And then furthermore, once you kind of learn the swinging aspects of not adding force to the grip, you start to learn how to align it. So if I start to try to take this mass here behind me and get it to run into something, the most efficient track starts to create this really nice on-plane motion. And once I've got a sense of the rhythm and the timing and how I'm doing that, which is not by using my hands, but actually by learning to let my motion stretch the rope, which then starts to create the track. Because a swing is an act of aligning forces and creating motion that creates tension along the length of the club that then allows it to swing. Anytime you try to put force on the Pro, it bends. So you rapidly learn that, wow, if this thing is bending, I'm putting a force on it like over the top. After I figure that out, I can just take my impact reminder here in my club, and I can just try to trace the same action. And you'll see that I don't have an over-the-top motion. I've learned how to move my lead arm and my body and let my wrist soften, which then allows the golf club to take on its natural swinging energies. And so as I practice swinging the Pro and I keep applying that force, I get rid of the notion that I have to drive the club to the ball, but I actually learn how to pull the club with my motion and then let it just run into the ball. And that's how you correct over the top.